Welcome everybody. Hey, welcome to today's topic of athletes transforming lives. Athletes who have transformed their lives with nutrition, with organic, healthy, superfood nutrition designed for you to work out and have the maximum benefit and have an absolutely incredible experience. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. I am Rachel Balansat, and I have been just recently getting involved in bodybuilding. Last year I had 3 winning competitions, which was really amazing, and I did it in 90 days. I kid you not. I lost 20 pounds, started working out, and literally just in 90 days went to my first competition, won first place in the second division, and then went to the pro league and won first place again. So I honestly believe that working out is a huge part, obviously, but if you talk to different coaches, if you talk to a lot of different, experts in the industry, they'll tell you 80% of it is nutrition. Some will say 90, some will say 80% is nutrition. It's what you put in your body that helps you succeed in your goals. So I just want to welcome all of you and thank you all for being here. Some of you might be interested in learning how you can have the most incredible nutrition to really maximize your workouts. Some of you might be here because you're wondering how to have a vegan lifestyle as a bodybuilder. How do you do that? And also be getting all the protein and all the different elements that you need. And we also have a really wonderful opportunity to learn not just about nutrition, but also how you can become an affiliate of our program and be earning your products, earning your income, and making residual income. So I'd like to invite I want to introduce, I have a couple of really special guests today, and they're friends of mine. We've got Ikaika Pasqua, and we have Rachel Hortense on the line. Welcome, both of you. Let me just say hello to you first.
Hey.
Hey. So, I've been really, really inspired watching both of your journeys. It's been pretty epic seeing you guys on Instagram and Facebook, and just, seeing you in person and watching your development over the last few years. I've been seeing that. And it's really an inspiration to me and, everybody who I work with. So I've, personally wanted to invite you each to have, to share a little bit about your story and, your athleticism. And, Rachel has been, she is a triathlete, and she has done a lot of she can tell you a little bit more about her sports experience in the background. Ikaika has won, when I first met him, he had won the Hawaii Fittest Man competition. And since then, he has become a champion of UFC and one other thing, which I'll let him tell you about. But, this is all but the thing that the 3 of us have in common is that we adopted an organic superfoods lifestyle based in organic vegan superfood nutrition. And I wanted to, it doesn't mean that everyone here is vegan. I represent the vegan lifestyle, but a lot of people who are striving to get better find that adding in this vegan nutrition is really helping them attain goals, just really feeling more energized and more fit in their bodies. And I personally did my first 40-day transformation 3 years ago, which conquered my Hashimoto's, my adrenal fatigue, and really, really changed my life in such a big way. But I want to invite Ikaika to talk a little bit because first, you are the poster boy for Purium Superfoods. We've got your picture on showcasing for today's talk. And okay, guys, wondering if you could share a little bit about your story before and after becoming an athlete at the level that you are. I mean, you're pretty impressive. And then also share about, the nutrition, because you really have a good understanding. I've seen your videos, and I really like how you explain the different products that you've incorporated into your workout.
Sure. Hey, what's up? Good morning, everyone. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of raining, dumping over here, actually. So let me know if we get cut off or anything. But Rachel's congrats to all you guys' success. And yeah, I mean, I'd love to share a little bit about me and my story and my journey with Purium. I got started with Purium about, close 5.5 years ago. Back then, I used to be 160 pounds. I mean, I've been an athlete my whole life. I wrestled all throughout high school, college, ran track in high school and college. After high school and college, I came back home, got into the construction industry, not really knowing what I wanted to do. I knew I didn't want to work full time and just busting my butt anymore. So I was just living an unpurposeful life, partying every night. And I started, really, really praying and trying to refocus myself. And I started training again. I started getting into MMA. I started training CrossFit. I started running Spartan races. I was doing well. And then there came to a point where I plateaued. I was still around 160. I knew I wanted to build more strength, build more muscle, get fitter, get faster. And to tell you the truth, the honest truth, my diet, my nutrition was very, very poor. I used to eat about 4,000 calories plus a day. Lots of fast food, lots of processed food. This is, me back 6 years ago. And I was wondering why I wasn't putting on any weight. I was eating, tons of meat, proteins, and not really making any progress and building the strength I wanted to. And then I came across Purium, or I was introduced to Purium and its products. I wasn't really heavy into taking products. I was never somebody that I didn't really have a protein shake after every workout. I wasn't taking crazy pre-workouts. I thought that I could just eat it all. But just the calories that I was intaking were empty calories, just empty calories, nothing. I wasn't eating calories that was feeding my body the things it needed, to support me and my fitness and my health in the way it needed to be, So I started using Purium products. Within the first couple weeks, I already saw drastic changes in my strength. I started taking the Love Super Meal when I first started with the Power Shake, with the aminos. And I'll get into a little breakdown of that in a little bit, but started doing that. Guarantee, and the story I like to share and tell, which is the truth. I used to wake up, go to work. Before work, I used to have a couple breakfast burritos, a frappe, and like a sausage McMuffin or egg McMuffin every single day. Yeah, it's kind of bad. But within 2 weeks of doing the Power Shake and the Love, I was able to cut that and break that addiction. Like, I did not need that. My body didn't crave that anymore. I felt a different kind of energy while I was training. With the aminos and using the Love Super Meal as my post-workout shake. When I first got started, we didn't have an athlete pack or an athlete program. So I just kind of figured out how to use it in my own way, with a bunch of other different products, which I'll break down in a little bit. But fast forward, long story short, today I stand at about 190 pounds. I put on a solid 30 pounds of lean muscle mass without crazy products. It took a lot of hard work. I trained hard, very hard every day, put my body through a lot of stress and exhaustion. But with doing that and being on this program that I've created for myself, I actually did it with cutting out half the calories. So I was curious to see about, on average, how much calories I actually intake a day. It's less than 2,000 calories a day. My regimen is, it's pretty crazy. People don't believe me. I don't eat a lot of food throughout the day. I mean, my biggest meal, is dinner, but which still isn't like super, super crazy. And just to take you guys, through a little snapshot of how my day goes, or, if I'm training twice a day, I'll have, first thing every day, I'll have a Power Shake in the morning. So I have my Power Shake. What the Power Shake does for me personally, it just it gives me peace of mind every single day that I'm getting the nutrients my body needs. I'm flooding my body first thing in the morning with nutrients. I'm either doing a power shake or I just had my aminos just like a couple minutes ago. First thing I wake up, so I'll do my aminos. So I like to start my day off with the power shake. If I'm training first thing in the morning or first thing in the day or in the midday, what I'll do is my pre-workout concoction. Before they came out with the beef, they came out with cocoa hydrate. We didn't have.
Oh, it's cutting out a little bit there, Ikaika. Very, very impressive story so far. I'm impressed that you're taking in 2,000 calories a day. I mean, oh my goodness, that is, probably unheard of, by athletes. And I just wanted to recap that really, what that is when you have more nutrients, you need less calories because the body is needing nutrients. It's needing nutrients more than calories. And so you're a perfect example of that. So I was really surprised because I thought you were going to say a bigger number than probably what Rachel and I are taking in every day, but it's probably about equal as far as like what we're doing with our workout routine. So yeah. There you are. Okay, we got you back.
No, sorry. I had a flash flood warning on my phone that cut me off.
Oh my gosh.
But I had to clear that out and then I'm back. I'm sorry.
Good. Perfect.
No, yeah. So I heard you sharing about, just your guys' caloric intake. And yeah, people trip out and people don't believe me, but it's the truth. It's my truth. And I have about 2 to 3 shakes a day. And I was talking about the products, kind of like my daily regimen using the Purium products. So before we had, Purium came out with the cocoa hydrate, before the Can't Beat This. I used to just do the aminos with the super xanthan. So if you guys don't know, our aminos is 100% pre-digested vegan protein designed to get your muscles, feed your muscles energy, get your body pumping and flowing to get you ready for your workouts. Now that we got the Can't Beat This and the cocoa hydrate, what I like to do is I like to mix the Can't Beat This with the cocoa hydrate with the rice bran solubles and this plus the super xanthan as my ultimate pre-workout formula, and it's been doing wonders for me. Can't Beat This is our pre-workout. What it does, it opens up the capillaries in your body, gives more oxygen and blood flow to your body, to your muscles, so that you can work out longer, harder. Our super xanthan, if you guys haven't checked that product out yet, what it does is that actually is the only product that's like clinically, from what Dave told me and what I believe is clinically like proven to repair and recover muscles while you're working out. So and it's good for like ligament health and joint health. It's good for your eyes, good for your skin. Tons of awesome things with that product. As my post-workout, so every single day when I finish my workout, it's like clockwork for me. The first thing I do is my MVP. And I like to mix and pair a lot of products together, so I don't like follow the exact routine, but what I like to do is I like to mix the MVP with some cocoa mint spirulina to just give it a little bit more nutrients and proteins and makes it taste a little bit better. And what I'll do is I'll scoop a couple scoops of Love Super Meal in there as well. So that's like my post-workout. And then, later on for recovery, sometimes I'll do the joint flex. But what I've been doing lately and what I've been loving is the CBDs with the apothecary. It's a great recovery pack, knocks me out, recovers my body, gets me ready for the next day. So, I've been doing this for the past, 5.5 years, and Purium keeps introducing new products that I like to test and experiment with, get my own testimony, get my own product experience so that I can share that. That's the biggest thing for me. So, I hope that answered all your questions, and I hope that inspired you to, take a different look and approach to eating and eating empty calories versus nutrient calories. But yeah, that's me. Thank you.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Ikaika. Wow, I think a lot of us have been curious for a long time what your routine is, so thanks for breaking it down for us. I take all those products as well. And, I really like to look at that as it's really food, right? So the shake is the nutrients of 36 organic vegetables. If you're doing the power shake, if you're doing the love shake, they're equivalent to about 10 servings of vegetables. So, I mean, the amount of nutrients that you're getting is huge every day. You're really feeding those muscles the building blocks. So, and the aminos are incredible. So thank you. And what was the third one that I missed? You had this Hawaii strongest man or fittest man. You had the UFC championship.
Oh, okay. So back in 2013, I won a Hawaii's Fittest Man competition. In 2014, I won a national UFC fitness competition. And last year, I was the fittest, or 2017 Hawaii State CrossFit champ. And yeah.
All with Purium products?
All on Purium products. Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of hard work too.
Yeah, obviously tons of hard work. I've seen you like deadlifting and doing some crazy stuff in your pictures. So yeah, you work hard. Thank you. Awesome. So I'd love to go to Rachel Ortense, who, like I said, is a triathlete. She's done marathons. She is a total inspiration to me. I remember when I first saw you, I was like, I need to start working out because I want to look like her. So then, of course, I went on to bodybuilding and did my best. So welcome, Rachel. Can you tell us a little bit about your life as an athlete, a little bit about your story before and after?
Sure. Thank you for having me on, you guys. It's exciting to see over 100 people on this Zoom. So thank you so much. And I hope you guys are staying safe. I know that if you're in Hawaii, you're under the radar for some tumultuous weather coming your way. So I hope everybody stays safe. Yeah, I was kind of thinking, I've never really considered myself an athlete until I came into Purium, because like I just started getting labeled as an athlete. But I just, I grew up as a tomboy in the Catskills, upstate New York. My dad, he was an outdoors type of guy and always encouraged us to play outdoors. And I drove dirt bikes and climbed trees, and he was a builder, so we had backhoes and bulldozers, and we would literally take the bulldozer or the backhoe and put the arm all the way up, climb up it, and jump into our lake with hydraulic fluid all over us. So I was a real tomboy, and he taught us, be constructive, go outside, do things outside, be adventurous, enjoy nature, and be at one with animals and the earth, and, catch bullfrogs and go fishing. And so I grew up like that. And so that kind of always, that passion for excitement and adventure was always a piece of who I was. So I took that into going into, what kind of sport would I want to do in school? Well, I wasn't into team sports. I never really got into any sort of team sport. It didn't interest me. I felt like it was bored to play by the rules, but instead I was more of a skier. I got into snowboarding, just any sort of adventure, cliff jumping, any sort of adventure type of sports. That was my thing. So naturally, as I got older and I wanted to start doing sportsman-like type of races and things, I was introduced to Spartans. And so that kind of became my thing for a while. And I came in first place last year in my age group. Now, granted, I had just turned 40, so if it was the year before, I would not have been in that age group. So that definitely helped me out. But it was fun. It was exciting. I loved and it was, I was fueled on Purium products, because I remember doing 3 shots of Can't Beat This before I started, and I took my Super Xanthan, and I was on rice bran solubles, and I had aminos I was popping, and I made these little power balls out of Love Super Meals. So I was fueled by Purium, and it was just awesome to experience that. I'm gonna kind of bring a different twist to this, because I have done the athletes program before. This was the old athletes program. Now I was just trying to count up how many Purium products I take a day, and I ran out of space. It's probably over 23 products. So I'll tell you what like comparison. So Rach, you're a bodybuilder or you've done bodybuilding. That's one, and you're a freaking bad, you know what, arse when it comes to that. And so I was looking into doing shows a long time ago before I was introduced to Purium. So I had been trained by a lot of different bodybuilder type of people. And I know what's in the bodybuilding world. They eat all junk. It's like they go to GNC or vitamin shop and they just fuel their body with all this crap, not to mention that they take steroids on top of it too. So, you know, I just kind of broke down our product and then the comparison to what bodybuilders are doing. So for instance, aminos. Aminos are like an anabolic steroid. So Anavar is an anabolic steroid. So our aminos are anabolic. You literally grow muscle and build muscle without exercising. So that is anabolic. That's what happens when you take a steroid. It keeps your muscle tone, but ours actually builds your muscle. So aminos is like Anavar. Super Life formula is like a catalyst to building human growth hormone in your body. And human growth hormone, as we know, reverses your age. So Super Life formula will take you there. Super Life formula is the equivalent to HGH. Rice bran solubles. Rice bran solubles gives you such a pump. So if you're working out, and I know a lot of you maybe can't relate to this, but even still, even if you're not a bodybuilder or you lift weights because you like to feel the pump, even still, if you are any sort of an athlete, rice bran solubles is like the equivalent to creatine. So, and the reason why is, but it obviously isn't creatine, but it does the job in the sense that it brings moisture to your muscle. So it draws water and puts it into your muscles during your workout so you can lift more. So the more moisture that you have in your muscles, the more hydrated your muscles are, the more you're able to be stronger. You're able to lift. You're able to lift more of your own body weight. You're able to be stronger from the rice bran solubles. Now, as you guys may or may not know, rice bran solubles also has so many other benefits to it. It's not just for that reason, but it also balances your hormones. It also releases adiponectin. This also burns fat. So that could be like the equivalent to Winstrol. Winstrol does that same thing. Winstrol is in the bodybuilding world. It cuts fat. Well, so does rice bran solubles. Can't Beat This is equivalent to, in the natural form, remember, I'm not comparing it to, but if you know an athlete that does do these things, this is what you offer them. So if somebody that takes a pre-workout, which are very dangerous, the pre-workouts are so dangerous. They are filled with artificial flavors, artificial colors, artificial sweeteners. They're filled with fillers, binders, excipients. They are processed. Their molecular structure has changed. And when a molecular structure has changed, your body doesn't recognize it. It causes inflammation and disease can set in. So if these athletes are doing these pre-workouts all the time and they're taking this very toxic type of foods and processed drinks, then what's going to happen to their bodies over time? It's becoming very toxic to them. So if they're drinking Red Bull or any sort of caffeine or any sort of pre-workout, obviously our Can't Beat This is the you know what. It's the bomb. You can't beat it. Green. So any sort of recovered drink that athletes do, or at the vitamin shop or GNC, if they drink a recovered drink, our recovery is super xanthan. Super xanthan is incredible. I tell people all the time, I'm like, listen, if you want to really test this stuff out, you know how hard you work out and how sore you feel from a certain workout the next day. Well, now try super xanthan and see if you get as sore when you work out. So it recovers you so fast. There are times where I can't even work out hard enough and feel sore because of my super xanthan. So if you want to be recovered like this, super xanthan and green spectrum. So green spectrum, that's actually my go-to pre-workout is rice bran solubles, green spectrum, and Can't Beat This. That is a power punch pre-workout. Rice bran solubles burns the fat, brings moisture to your muscles, hydrates your muscles. can't beat this. It gives you super energy and endurance. And greens, it's a cellular nutrition that will also help you to recover. And then athletes do cryogenic type of recovery because they want to reduce inflammation. Well, guess what? We have Joint Flex and Apothecary for that. So that reduces inflammation internally from an internal way. So these are all things that, that athletes are doing, and these are alternatives that we can share with them that can help them to have better results with less carbon footprint, less toxins, and not only are they going to recover faster, but they're going to have better speed, their organs are going to be healthier, they're going to live longer, they're going to have less oxidative stress in their body, because we know what oxidative stress does. It's the brown spots on a banana. A brown spots on a banana leads to a black banana. Who wants a black banana? We want our banana nice and yellow. So we want to keep the oxidative stress down. That's going to help reverse our age. And all of these things, I mean, like athletes especially, think about what athletes do. You're using your body so much more rather than someone who doesn't work out as much. You're a machine. You're like a Ferrari. You're going faster than most people. So you need that high grade fuel to keep your life longer and extended, and to keep your body from preventing from injury. So those things are so important. I'll just give you the rundown really quick. I was just trying to think of all the stuff that I take from Purium, but okay, so I wake up, I have American white ginseng. That's another thing that's so good for women. Hormonally, American white ginseng is the bomb. It also gives you a ton of energy. It lowers blood pressure. Did you guys know that? It lowers blood pressure. And I'm telling you, I experimented with my friend who's like a father to me, who had severely high blood pressure and his medication was not working. I asked Dave, I put him on American white ginseng, and boom, I mean, he's off of his medicine. That is like, I was blown away by that. So it really does work. So I take American white ginseng, I do aloe, I do ionic elements is absolutely crucial. I believe that every single person should be on ionic elements. Every single person, athlete or not. We all need it. It's so important. So Power Shake, I do Biomedic, obviously. Revive It All is like my natural Adderall. CBD oil is like my natural Xanax. Cocoa Mint Spirulina, I love it. I do the same thing as Ikaika. I mix that with my MVP vanilla. I do obviously Power Shake, Kamut, Green Spectrum, like I told you, the aminos, relax pills at night, Apothecary. What else do I do? And that's another thing. The relax pills are like a natural muscle relaxer. So if you're having those issues with your muscles and you need, to just bring it down, that'll do it for you. And then, all the other ones that I had mentioned before, there's just so much that we have in our little grocery store at Purium that nourishes us. I mean, we could think about it. We could literally live on everything that Purium has, just with that and water. If we had to, if a big hurricane came, we were stuck inside, we'd be okay with our Purium products. So anyways, I took up enough time. Thank you so much for having me on, Rach. And if there's any questions, I'll be happy to also entertain.
Wow. Thank you, Rachel. Woo! Lowdown. We got the lowdown. That was fantastic. And just I love just, emphasizing this is all natural. This is all organic. And I forgot to mention in the beginning that I wanted to just really give a shout out to the owners of Purium Health Products, the ones who founded this organization, Dave Sandoval and Amy Venner. And to give you guys a sense of who these people are, I can say it in one sentence. They started the organic USDA organic food labeling. Any of you who use that label to shop know how important that is. We want organic food. And then another little thing is, if you're not eating organic, and even if you are, you definitely need to be adding in the Biomedic, which is our flagship product that removes glyphosate toxin from the body. And this also helps reduce inflammation. And this is essential for everybody. Everyone's getting exposure every single day. It's impossible to avoid. So this helps repair the gut. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about our affiliate program. Thank you so much, Ikaika and Rachel. Appreciate you guys so much. That was really inspiring. And they're also, I just want to say that, Ikaika and Rachel are also affiliates. They're brand partners of Curium Health Products. And so they've also built six-figure incomes with the products that we have. And myself too, and myself included. So this has been for the last 3 years, my livelihood. This is how I have been able to afford to do many important things in my life. I've been able to, this has enabled me to support my family in the Philippines, helping them get businesses started, sending them to college, buying them teeth, because they were suffering from malnutrition. And so now the latest thing is moving the nutrition over there for them. So the way you guys can get started is, I didn't mention that there's a 40-day pack. So this is everything that they're describing. Most of them are products that are in our 40-day packs. We start off with a 40-day transformation, a 40-day athletic transformation, which includes a 10-day athletic cleanse, all right, where you superpower, you're going to use the products 3 times a day for 10 days within that 40-day period to really launch you into that anabolic state that Rachel was talking about, that state where we're building healthy tissue, okay? So to get started on the program, normally for a 40-day transformation, for the athletic transformation is normally $3.99. I always include a few other products in there. And you're gonna get 25% off, which I'm used to saying is, so that would be $2.99. So you're gonna get $100 off on your product for ordering over $250. So it's less than $8 a day. I think it's even less than almost $7 a day. It's a little over. And so for just to have, and that's, these shakes are wonderful meal replacements. Like Ikaika said, he's only doing about 2,000 calories a day. That means most of his calories are coming from the shakes and just from basic flex foods, like probably, apples and, avocados and just like, a few of those things. Plus he has a meal at night, right? So I'm not going to speak for Ikaika. I'm just kind of generalizing, because that's kind of how the program is. We have a little prep period where we're just adding this nutrition in, getting our bodies used to it, getting our bodies to start to detox. Then we accelerate into 10 days of cleansing. And then we have then we're continuation into the lifestyle. And the lifestyle is what you guys are seeing. I mean, Rachel, you cannot tell me that you're 40 years old. I think 40 is the new 20, because I swear you're not a day over. And Ikaika, you too. You guys look like, you're just, just in your early 20s. And I think Ikaika, you are. But anyway. So to get started, everybody, whoever invited you to this Zoom has a $50 gift card for you. So at the very least, you're going to get $50 off of any product that you buy. If you spend over $250, you're going to get a 25% off discount. So if you're getting the 40-day pack, that's what it's going to be. Instead of $3.99, it'll be $2.99. And lastly, I just want to say that if you are interested in becoming an affiliate, a brand partner, this is like everybody who is, riding with Lyft or Uber, any of those, or using Amazon, that this is the modern day currency, right? This is how we pay it forward now. We are getting rewarded for sharing what we love and we're already using. So imagine if you're loving these products, you're sharing them with your friends are wanting some, you're going to have your own online superfood superstore. And this is how people are going to be able to buy product from you. You're going to get 20% commission from whatever people buy. And so this is, you can create a lifestyle. This is how we develop residual income over time. So if you think about Uber, and if you get paid $10 when you share it with a friend, now just imagine that if every time that friend used Uber, you get $10. And then imagine if all of their friends use Uber, you get $10. And then all their friends. So imagine this incredible, economy of sharing. We call it the social sharing economy. So this is our model of business. And so what I'd like to let you guys know too is that there's a great deal if you want to become a brand partner. Normally to upgrade to become a brand partner would just be $199. And what that gives you is a unlimited $50 gift cards. So you get $50 gift cards so you can give your friends $50 to try any product, right? So normally that would be $199. However, if you're spending over $250 worth of product, then guess what? To become a brand partner is only $99, right? For $99 to start your business, to start a business in a box that has the potential of becoming a 6-figure income, or maybe you just want to get your products paid for, or maybe you just want to share with some friends. The third option is if you spend over $500, if you spend $500, then you get to become a brand partner, you can choose to become a brand partner for free. So it's included in that pack. So if any of this interests you, one of the ways to do a $500 pack is you can get your 40-day pack, plus you can get CBDs, and you can get the Biometric that I talked about for gut health. So this is one of the ways that you can spend $500 and then become a brand partner affiliate for free. So if you guys have any questions, we're going to stay on a little bit longer. And but I just want to thank you all for attending. I want to say, just get back with the person who shared the Zoom with you, and let them know that you're interested in, and they'll help you design. They'll help you design a package that actually fits for your lifestyle, whether it's weight loss, or if you want to gain muscle, or if you want to just feel better, sleep better at night, have clear skin, better digestion, and just like have incredibly improved health like I have and like these guys have. So thank you all. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. And if anybody would like to jump on with questions, now's your time. We got a little bit of time for some Q&A. Okay, hey, Kwaika, are you training for anything now? Tal wants to.
Yes. So Tal, yes I am. Biggest event that I always work towards too every year is the CrossFit Open. The CrossFit Open is held in March, so every year, and this is the event that gets CrossFit athletes to the next level in CrossFit, to the regional level, and then on to the CrossFit Games. So yes, this is a month-long, 5-week competition in March, starting the ending of February, running through the whole month of March. So yeah, I am training for that right now.
All right, if you have questions, feel free to just touch your screen, press the mute button to become off mute, and you can just actually ask live.
I have a question for you, Kaika. I'm wondering what you're eating, what your meal is, like when you do your kind of one meal, and especially when you're like in the height of your training. Just curious about that.
Okay, so as far as my meals go, I stay away from processed and fast food. So I'm not, I still eat meat. When I buy meat or chicken or beef, I always do my best to buy free range, So I still eat meat. I eat rice, meats, vegetables, and yeah, I mean, not a whole lot of crazy stuff. It's because like I rely on my products, even like when I'm competing. So here's an example. So I've been competing like competitively CrossFit for like 5 years, and MMA and stuff like that. But when I'm competing, I actually don't even eat real solid food. Like all I do from morning, like my competitions run from 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm doing like 4 to 5 events during that day. Again, like putting my body through a whole lot of stress. Okay, but I don't eat food like real solid food. I just drink my shakes, take my recovery supplements. And people like my teammates will actually like look at me and like try to force me to eat. Like I was kind of really pissed off. I won a competition with my team this past 2 weeks ago. It was the Aloha State Games, and we won. And they were like trying to force me to eat, and they don't know like my flow and what I've been doing to get me to where I am. And people just trip out, and I was frustrated because they were trying to stuff food down my throat, and I'm like, they don't understand how jam-packed with nutrients our products are, and how they don't understand how much I really am feeding my body by taking the shakes. They think it's just shakes and just, I gotta have real solid food. And so, like, hope that answers your question. I don't eat a whole ton of craziness, but I eat meats, but I rely a lot on my pure products. I love to eat, I'm not perfect. I'll still have pizza and other other kinds of stuff here and there, you know. But yeah, that's kind of how that goes.
Kaika, I was wondering if you could, well, first of all, I want to just really appreciate you and thank you so much for being here and for taking the time to share with us. It's like, this has been a mind-blowing Zoom. And I was wondering if you could share with us a little bit about, you know, your journey as an athlete. And I know you mentioned construction and kind of like your before life and how you were doing life, not just nutritionally, but also in all these other ways, and how Purium supported you to transform that, and, you know, how being an affiliate or being a brand partner, like what happened with that whole process, that part of your journey.
For sure. So back when I had to have been like 25, 26 years old. I'm 31 years old now. Okay. I feel like I'm fitter and stronger than, I don't feel like I am fitter and stronger than I ever was before. And I don't even feel like I've hit I've even started to get into my prime yet. Like there's still a whole lot left, room for growth and improvement. But at 25, 26, you know, I was, that's when I got started with Purium. I started Purium because I wanted to free myself from my job. And why I wanted to free myself from my job was because I found what I was passionate about. I found what I love to do. I found what I felt was my purpose in this life right now, which was inspiring others to break through as like I did. You know, I found when I started helping people get healthy with the products, I was like, hey, this feels good. This feels cool. I love helping people. I was always a natural coach. I've coached high school wrestling throughout, 8 years in high school. And I always knew I wanted to coach. I always knew I wanted to be a coach or a trainer, but I didn't take the steps necessary to do that. But once, I started Purium, I saw the opportunity. I saw what could happen. I created that vision in my head of what this could mean for me. So I used it as a vehicle to get me free from my job, to eventually, like in a year and a half, I was able to quit my job, leave my job. I matched my income at my construction job. I was getting paid really good money already, but I wasn't happy. So quit that, and then I started training full time. Next thing, I moved to Seattle for a couple of years to build business, and where I am now, I mean, it was always a dream of mine to buy a CrossFit gym, be an affiliate owner. So year and a half ago, I bought my own. I bought a CrossFit gym. So I run that full time now, and Purium was literally my vehicle for me on how I got to accomplish these goals and dreams. And that's pretty much that story in a nutshell. Yeah, I hope that helped or that answered your question.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. And, I just remember like seeing you over the years and when you were able to buy your gym and just being able to, there's so many people in the industry, in the fitness industry, in the yoga industry, in massage, like all these people who are out there really wanting to make a difference in the world, really wanting to, like you said, like coach people, help people, and who are really struggling financially and who are, barely able to feed themselves in relationship to all the support that they're giving to everybody else. And so it's just such an inspiring story to see you now. You have your own gym, like, and you're still rocking Purium and you're still helping people in all these different ways. So I just appreciate you sharing that. And thanks again for being here.
Thank you.
I'd love to ask a question, Kaika. And I hear you that you are training with a lot of other people and you have a lot of other athletes coming through your gym. And I'm wondering, is it easy for you to share your experience or what's working so well with you with other people that you're interacting with? And are people pretty open to receiving, what you have there? Or do you find that people want to try new methods?
Okay, so that question, I've been promoting Purium you guys can hear? Yeah, I'm off mute. Yeah, so I've been promoting Purium for a long time now. So people already know what I'm doing, in my facility in the gym, whenever I hear somebody talk about like some type of ailment or some type of whatever's wrong with them, whether they want to lose weight, they want to recover better, they're not sleeping well, their joints hurt, I just tell them straight, hey, this is what I do, this is how it's worked for me, I want you to try it, or this is what's working, I want you to do it. And most times, majority, I've been getting a lot of people on, you know, on my athletes pack, and a lot of the recovery supplements. But yeah, some people have tried Pyram. I mean, because you know, Pyram was a big thing in Hawaii back then. Started. Some people had good experiences. Some people had. What I do is, I mean, I'm in there shaking up my shakes, taking my supplements at my front desk every single day. People ask. I do little pop-up booths here and there. But what I don't do is like really just shove it in their face. I mean, I'm you know, in my CrossFit gym, they're there for CrossFit to work out, but yeah, I have my products on display, and whenever I'm talking goals and weight loss or building strength with somebody, I always just tell them straight up what I do. This is what's been working. I give them an experience, and majority of the times they'll buy. Hope that answered your question.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thanks.
I have a question for you, Ikaika. So do you have any vegan bodybuilders who are part of your team or at your gym? And if so, wondering like what you recommend for them to eat during their meals? Or you would if you had any.
Okay, so I don't, you know what, I do have a couple of vegan CrossFitters that are actually on Pyram. I honestly don't know what it's like to be vegan. I love taking vegan products because I just know what it, and Pyram products because I know what it's done for me and what it continues to do for me. So yeah, I cannot really pinpoint.
No worries. I can share a little bit of mine, but you know, what I do just so people have an idea, because I think I get that question a lot. Sometimes people are just like, well, what do I do if I'm vegan, you know? And so, you know, I just really love sweet potatoes as kind of my main staple, like what some people might use as rice. And it's just like a really dense, it's a dense nutrition food that has enough calories to fuel me, you know? And so I'll do like sweet potatoes with like a stack of vegetables, like as a meal, or potatoes, or, you know, I'll have tempeh or have like, you know, rice and garbanzo beans or something like that, all organic, of course, all the time. But I really try to get in a lot of raw vegetables. Spinach has a lot of really high protein, and actually is plenty of protein that we need. So you can actually have, you can have like one of the dinners that I've shared with my team is a smoothie that has spinach in it, spinach, garlic, and orange. Gosh, what else do I put in there? But you can have, that is actually a pretty nice like meal. It's like, it's hearty, but it's, you know, it's just like doing the shake. So, you know, it's, you know, you can like choose one or the other. But if you're looking for like calories to try to like amp up the calories, you're supposed to do 300 calorie meals or more. You know, those of you guys who are, if you know, do the products, you're going to get to be put into a support group that has recipes. And I can share those recipes with anyone. I have vegan recipes, as well as a chart with all different kinds of 300 calorie vegan options that give it both in vegan options, and if you're a meat eater, it gives you like the meat option, so you can have a sense of like what the equivalent is going down. So I just wanted to offer that to anybody who wants to reach out to me. I'll share that. Anyone else have questions? Yeah, and I really try to stay away from a lot of nuts. Really don't want to do like too many nuts. That's like that's something that vegans kind of will make a mistake on, is just like end up living on nuts and a lot of fats. And really it's more what we need is dense calories, like sweet potatoes or some kind of, you know, bananas, things like that. Not so much nuts. We want to try to stay away from like too many grains and too many nuts. So I just seeing the comments, I'm responding to those. Anybody else have any questions?
I've also been seeing a bunch of testimonials in the comments too. So if anyone's been having like really incredible results or your own personal share, we'd love to have you, you know, Christina, I saw you typing some stuff up, but like, you know, it's really inspiring to hear other people's experiences. Sorry, Brandon, I just cut you off.
Oh, sorry. I was just about to answer a question. And did you just ask a question, Sarah? I was going to answer some questions in the chat.
I think I saw Brandon Brashers jump on. Did you want to say anything, Brandon?
Yeah, I have a question. I'm interested. I was also a wrestler for a lot of years in my life, and I'm interested in having this conversation with the wrestling community and with different high school athletic communities. And I'm wondering, like, what you would suggest that conversation looks like if I'm speaking to multiple people at one time, kind of like a healthy happy hour, but for booster clubs or athletic parents and stuff like that.
Yeah, hey, what's up, Brandon? So I've actually got a ton of my wrestlers on Pure products. You know, in wrestling, we cut a lot of weight. Like when I was wrestling, I would cut like 15, maybe even close to 20 pounds. Like, and even in the MMA industry, like we're constantly, you know, starving our body, depleting our bodies, right, from all kinds of nutrients and water. And so what I've done was I've made it a point to go to the kids and the parents and tell them that I have a product that will help feed your body all the nutrients it needs so that you can continue to train, so that you continue to feed your body energy without all the calories needed. So something that I recommend to everyone, all my wrestlers or just anybody who's in bodybuilding, MMA, wrestling, is the power shake. Like the most simplest thing for, you know, the best thing their kid can do is feed your body nutrients. Because if they're not eating, if they're not, eating, they're still eating. They're eating solid food with very low nutrients, you know, while they're making their weight cuts. It's not really the best thing for them, you know, and it's a struggle for them while they're eating solid foods, while still drinking water. So the best thing is the power shake. And maybe what I would do is, you know, set up like a healthy happy hour or something and show them, you know, the importance. You know, the power shake is only, you know, 150 calories, you know, 16 ounces of water, tons of nutrients to help their athletes to just sustain energy and train while cutting at the same time. Hope that answered your question a little bit.
Thank you. I wanted to just answer a couple questions. There was a conversation that my whole nuts comments, talking about nuts, kind of triggered a conversation. And so I just wanted to say that I'm not saying don't eat nuts. I'm just saying, like, have a small handful. Don't like eat nuts as your fuel all day long, because that can actually contribute to a fatty liver. And then that actually can make it hard to lose weight. And like high fats, like, of course, I know a little bit of fat is fine, but high fats actually will force the body to produce adrenaline, and that can cause adrenal fatigue in the long term. So vegans and meat eaters, but everyone has to watch the amount of fat that they're intaking. You got to be careful. So you don't have to like completely. Avocados are great. You know, they got fats in it. They've got tons of great glucose for the liver. They're wonderful, and that's part of our flex food. That's part of what's part of the 40-day is eating, you know, avocados, eating fruits all day, vegetables, and you can have coconut oil and things like that to, you know, if you want to cook your food. So yeah, but hydration is also really key. Having plenty of water, having plenty of liquid, having those shakes all day long just gives you tons of hydration. Having the power shake and just, you know, you want to drink fluids all day long. So for me, you know, when you're working out, like, you know, a gallon and a half a day is good. When you're starting to cut and you're cutting for competition, usually they like up it for the last week or two to 2 gallons a day, which is a lot. And the only reason for that is that they're actually trying to get rid of the salt out of the body. That's like to like remove salt so the body's not holding on to liquid to reveal the muscles. So that look that bodybuilders have that's like straight muscle is actually a lot of depletion of water, and it's not necessarily how you want to be every day. You want to look like that every day, but for competition, you're showing muscles because that's what you're being judged on. You're showing like, look what I did. Look at how like even my musculature is, and look at how, you know, how much I've actually like worked, and how, you know, it's all you know, looking at ratios. Hope that answered that question. Any last question?
I find one of the most delicious snacks to take with. I love bringing my Core 4 with me, you know, in like a lunch sack with a little ice block. And then I love slicing up Fuji apples and having them in a Ziploc, because that is the easiest snack and it's always improving our digestion. So I'm very grateful that our team is combining Core 4 nutrition with the medical medium wisdom. It's really working. I just juiced cucumbers, celery, parsley, cilantro, a zucchini, and threw in an apple for flavor, and it was delicious. Thank you.
We have 4 more minutes. Any last questions?
I'd be happy to offer a quick testimonial, Rachel.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I'm super duper in love with the athletes products, and I see it really as going as a progression. I've seen this with so many people on my team and throughout the company, that people often start with a 40-day, really get rid of a lot of toxins, shed some weight. I definitely had that, like that, you know, extra 10 pounds that was fine. People were always like, you don't need to lose weight, you're thin, you're fine, you know, all that. And I was fine, you know, there wasn't anything important, but shedding that through the initial 40-day and then being able to take it to the next level with the athletes products, that's when for the first time in my whole life I started to really get toned and this strength. And what really stood out for me, because it isn't about how I look, but about how I feel. So for the first time in my life, I have this experience of walking around and feeling so many muscles built and activated in my body that I feel like it kind of bounces me along and kind of carries me in this very light, easy way, rather than me carrying my body around. So it's like this whole new feeling of moving through life that feels like amazing. And I definitely don't have soreness from working out, like hard, intense workouts, and just, you know, go right back into it the next day because of all these products. So I'm super in love with them. They're so thankful and love sharing them with people.
Awesome. Thank you. For this last couple minutes, I just want to review the products that Ikaika mentioned, and then Ikaika fill me in if there's anything else that I missed, and then the ones that Rachel mentioned. So Ikaika, let's see, whoops, where did I start here? You do Cocoa Hydrate, can't beat this, Super Xanthan, Rice Bran Solubles, MVP, which you mix with the Cocoa Mint Spirulina, Joint Flex, and then you combine the CBD and apothecary juice for reducing inflammation. Did I miss anything? Of course, the super aminos and the power shake.
Oh no, and I also do the Super Life formula. Forgot about that after my workouts. It's pretty much what I do every day. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Good. And then I'm going to read Rachel's list. I liked how she talked about Red Bull and did the equivalent. And can't beat this is our Red Bull equivalent. Organic, healthy, natural. Super Xanthan for recovery. She does greens and the greens and super xanthan, power shake, greens and super xanthan. She does kamut powder. She talked about joint flex and apothecary juice as reducing inflammation, the cryogenic recovery. She also talked about white American ginseng, which is the one I use. I don't use Super Life formula, but I like white American ginseng. That's vegan and also just really great for the adaptogens, great for the adrenals. Ionic elements, everyone add that to your water every single day. Ionic elements. And the Biomedic. What else did she say? And yeah, those were kind of the main things that I just wanted to throw in there for you guys. A little memory jogger. But I think that's all the time for the day. It's 1 o'clock. Thank you, at my time anyway. Thank you so much, Ikaika. I really appreciate everything you contributed, and good luck. I can't wait to see what the results are for your next competition. And thanks everyone for joining us, and stay safe out there, Ikaika. No flooding over there. Be careful. And in blessings and prayers to everybody in the Philippines, my family in the Philippines, and all of you guys in the Carolinas. There's a lot of people here from those areas, so we're just sending you big prayers of protection, safety, and love. And it's been great. Thanks you all. This recording will be made available, so reach out to whoever invited you if you want to see it again. All right, thanks and aloha.